Welcome to the final round of this week's GP event from Singapore. It is week 9 of the F1 Clash Community Championship, the final week, so hopefully we can bring home the prizes for Alfa Romeo. Though, this is where we stand at the moment. 4 races in, 179 points, and that's an improvement on yesterday's score. So you can see, difficult first 2 races, especially with getting blocked in Singapore. We had a full wet race, and we've got Tom Ann at the top, who we can't catch, and fingers crossed we can put a good effort in. Let's get racing for this final round. Hopefully it's a good watch, and we'll get racing with Abu Dhabi. Here we go then with our first race. Fingers crossed the luck is with us and we don't get absolutely hammered at the hairpin. We need to be taking the inside line down there. If we take the outside, it's not going to be pretty. And where do we start? P14, P15, Alonso and Tsunoda. We're going to put both on to the soft tyres. And thinking about the boosts, I'm going to try bit of a firework and try something different here, and if I can get 3 laps on the softs I will, for both drivers. If not, one will do a 2-3-3. So can we get a good start? We've got perfect, and I want to see how this firework goes. Hopefully it goes off with a bang. Alonso's got an outside line at the minute. I do not like this. He needs to switch to the inside. He's up to P9. He's on the inside. Both drivers on the inside, and that is a decent start. We do get a bit tricky getting out of that, but we are up to P7. Make it P6. We can hold that. And Tsunoda's there in P9. So made a very good start. And it's going to get even better as Alonso tries to get past Pierre Gasly and does so. So it's P4 and P number 7. We're going to cut down there. We've obviously got both drivers running pretty similar strategy at the moment, as Tsunoda looks for a move. But hopefully we can drag these out a little bit as we go for Max Verstappen. We take P3. What about Tsunoda? Trying to defend and does so well enough. P3, P8. We will check as Tsunoda goes backwards on the tyre management, as Hamilton definitely slowing us down here. And we're up to P2. And I think we're just bang on 3 laps. We can probably do 3 laps with both drivers here as well. We're just bang on with Tsunoda as well. And we're going to take P2 and P7. Not a bad start at all here. What about Alonso? Chuck it through the inside. Thank you very much. And we will be away. Good first stint. What about the Ferrari? Hard tyres behind. We haven't really got away from them hard tyres, have we? Let's come into the pits. And I'm going to try, see if I can... Whoa. We need to do that quick. And we've done it. We don't double stack as well. We get ahead of Leclerc. It's Verstappen on the hards. And we're going to try and get past him pretty quickly. We'll keep an eye on P2 already. There you go. Sorted. What we got in front, hard tyres. So we should be able to catch him up pretty quick. We'll use all our speed. See if we can get Gasly here. And we're right at the back of that hard tyre now. Tsunoda's got Gasly and Gasly ahead. Takes one of them. Can he take double gas on this lap? Yes, he can. Nice and easy. Nice and easy does it. Hamilton carries on round, but we've took him. And we're into P1 and P6. So, good start. And it is the hard tyres that are extending at the moment to do 5 laps. So, we're just going to bide our time. Are they all? There's a couple of softs which might be a bit more difficult to get. We can push Tsunoda a little bit to close this gap. You can see 3 cars ahead now. And what's the gap out front? 8.8. So we're all good on that. So we can start to focus to try and get the odd more position. We'll boost Tsunoda to the first corner, see if he can get Perez, and he can't. Let's see if we can get him at the hairpin. It doesn't look like it, does it? No. And I think we might have to service here. No, I'm not going to service. Let's keep it out there. Let's try and save some time in the pits, as we might actually run out of tyres earlier than that. Alonso's in. The Ferrari we can see ahead is in. Perez is in. Alonso is out. And hopefully a quick pit stop can set us on our way. We're ahead of Perez. That no servicing has absolutely worked a treat. Where are the other two cars? And there they are, fighting each other. Soft and mediums, we need to close this gap ASAP. The softs is going to be pretty fast on the Ferrari. And if you watched F1 today, you know the Ferrari's pretty good. You can see the Ferrari just starting to eke that gap out now as well. Can Tsunoda get around the inside? Yes, he can. Now we set our sights on the Ferrari. Firework trying to do the business. Trying to go out with a bang here. Can we do it? We're going to come down to the hairpin. Closing the gap all the time. And there's the gap. And there's the opportunity into P2 for Yuki Tsunoda. Alonso out on his own. And it looks like we've come away from here with 47 points, which would be a massive first race for us on this video, especially at Abu Dhabi. We've left it late, but we've got the job done. Fernando Alonso, P1, and it is Yuki Tsunoda coming home to take P number 2 for a very beautiful 47 points. Okay then, we're at Australia. We are down under for race number 6 and fully dry Australia. This is going to be pretty tough, especially when you can't push too much on that one stop. So let's see what we can do. Alonso's going to go to the softs and Tsunoda to the mediums because he's got the extra bit of tyre management. We're going to go, I reckon, Prince. I'm going to go Cuppa for Alonso. Let's see what happens. Liking a bit of Prince just for the blocking. I feel like it could give us a bit more defending against a very difficult medium one stop. And we are away and it's perfect starts. Alonso did get a perfect start, but absolutely put the brakes on, but comes back against us. That defies all laws of physics. Suddenly finds himself P6 and P8. Can it get any better? Yes, it can. P5. And we'll cut down there. And cut down. So we'll attack this last bit of the lap. Don't need to attack Norris. We're through already. Can we attack anyone else? Early, you can see Tsunoda in the background. Takes P6. It's a beautiful start to our GP. Can we get Carlos Sainz slowing us up a bit? Through we go, and we're almost through him. He's going to find that very uncomfortable in the morning because we have just gone right through Carlos Sainz. And it's up to P3. And this is looking very good so far. What we got out front? Soft tyres. So we're in a bit of a race here. You've got Tsunoda against Stroll now. And Tsunoda takes it. P5. Beautiful. We are banging the money here. Try and keep up. And it's actually going to be Yuki Tsunoda with the advantage. That's nice to see. Here is Alonso. Trying to get past Gasly, who doesn't put the gas on. Decides to save money in this cost of living crisis. But turns his blocking up, but we're through. And we're into the pits from P2. We're not going to service. We're going to get that quicker pit stop as Yuki Tsunoda takes the lead of the race. Alonso, didn't get ahead of Gasly. That's frustrating. Pit exit trick, though, brings us ahead. So it's mediums for Yuki. And we're ahead of... So Verstappen and Stroll carry on. Where are they? You can see them down that far end now. And we are looking pretty good here. I'm sure Hamilton was ahead of us, but somehow we were ahead anyway. So we're looking good for 47 here at the moment, but we've got a lot of work to do still. Yuki comes out, P3. And if we can take P2, with Lewis Hamilton still to pit, we have got a comfortable position. Prince has done pretty good when I've used it so far. And all the time, we're just going to gain power unit in case we need it. Alonso with one more lap till he pits. We'll make sure we service because we don't want to ruin anything. And full power unit for Tsunoda. Got Hamilton right behind him, but both of these are going to pit this lap. Hamilton and Gasly. So as long as we keep relatively close, we will be absolutely fine. And that we shall do. Alonso into the bits. Servicing. Made sure we did that. And then we'll cut down Tsunoda, who takes the lead. And Alonso comes out P2. So we're looking very good now. For a cruise on these last two laps, we've got Stroll behind us on the hards, but 7.7 seconds adrift. Won't be catching us up anytime soon. And that means race 5 and race 6 are going to be 47 points, and race 3 and race 4. So we're actually pulling out some very, very impressive races right now as we enter the last lap. The victory lap down under. And look at the gap behind. We've really pulled that gap now. 10 seconds to Gasly and Hamilton. And this is going to be the perfect start to this video. Some great racing from, remember where we start. P13, P17, that kind of range. And now Tsunoda comes along and we're going to finish together. It's Yuki Tsunoda and Fernando Alonso taking 47 points here in Australia. We are at race number 7, Baku. And it's looking a bit annoying that we dropped them points in the first 2 races. We couldn't do anything about it though. But still, big chance to score some big points in this race. And we've got the same guy's bot from last time, I believe. So we're going to get Alonso through and Yuki from the back. So we're going to put on a bit of a Herald, I reckon, and a Cuppa T for Alonso. Can we go and put another 47? We've had 4 47s in a row. Can we make it 5? This would be an amazing chance if we could. Fast start for Alonso. He goes backwards again, but then gets that burst through the middle. And it's better than through the middle because it's P6. Yuki's got caught a bit though, as you can see, but squeezes himself through. That small human of Yuki Tsunoda getting through the tightest of gaps. And you can see now Fernando Alonso has made a massive start, P3, with Yuki Tsunoda settling down into P10. So some work to do from Yuki Tsunoda. But Alonso's in a great position here. And Yuki's not in a bad position either, stacked right behind Pierre Gasly. We're going to try and get through these corners, P9 it is. And again, right behind them now as well. More positions would be lovely, and here he comes, Yuki again through this section, taking P7. Can he take P6? Not quite. And he's going to have to pit this lap. Alonso though, looking pretty good. Ferrari out front. P6 now for Yuki. Turning on the power down here as he comes in. Alonso carries on. He's got very good power unit left though as well. So we'll be coming in this lap. And we'll make sure we try and get Yuki out. Wasn't able to see it. And that's going to cost us initially some time, but We're up to P13. We'll try and just get Fernando Alonso, and that's who we get. Alonso coming in. So Alonso's had a very good stint. Yuki got a lot to do to try and get 47 points. But at the minute, he's P12 and he's coming through the main straight into P7. P4, P7. Forgot to boost Alonso out again. But we can just see him take P3. Tsunoda can take P6 now. And Yuki Tsunoda's on the mediums. But Alonso can go round one more time. It's going to be very tricky for Tsunoda to get second place here, I feel. With the Ferrari coming in. And the few people coming in now. Hopefully they go to hard tyres. That's what we need. We need a bit of luck here. We're ahead of Perez. Can't get Gasly though. Can we get ahead of these cars here? Oh, no we cannot. We're going to push early though. Do that Yuki push. P9. And he's past 1. Past 2. That's not bad. He's up to P7 now. Alonso in. This is going to be very tricky to get Yuki. He's got a load of hard tyres ahead. He's up to P6. Can we? Can we fight back? I'm still trying to save up power unit all the time. I don't think we're going to get, sadly, another 47 point in this race. Yuki got a bit unlucky with the start. I don't even think it's going to be anywhere near because we're still quite a distance away from anyone else. So we might only be able to settle for P6 here. We can see P5 ahead. But it's not looking too good. Just that annoying starts cost us. That annoying qualifying position. Annoying block. We might be able to take P5 though. From Lewis Hamilton. And that we can. We'll leave him pushing though. As Alonso makes an easy victory. That's what we like to see. Tsunoda's trying. Can he get Norris though? Can we get one more point? Yes, we can. Yuki Tsunoda takes P4. It's going to be P1 for Alonso for 24 points. Yuki Tsunoda coming in the line, 21 points. And we take 45 points in Baku. The last hurrah. The last race of the F1 Clash Community Championship for myself. The last race of this week's final round. Race 8, Singapore. It's wet and it's the same as we had on the very first race, and that was very tough. We've got a tough matchup as well that never helps things as well. 15th and 16th, and it's a heavy rain time as well. So we're going to go tune in on both drivers and hope for that quick pit stop. Should get an okay start based on the fact that both of them have 93, 94, roughly rough race start. So here we go. We won't get, and that's probably because of the rival, we don't get perfect, but Tsunoda takes the inside line, and that will be just perfect. And Alonso gets away. And look at that. Tsunoda up to P4. That's exactly what we needed. Alonso's there as well. Currently P10. Make that P9. Oh, Tsunoda's going to lose out. And how is Tsunoda's going backwards? Tsunoda went so far back then. And then manages to get past Alonso. Interesting. Oh, and Alonso gets battered at the back as well. So, we settle down. Rivals pushing. So, we'll probably end up losing this position. I don't want to push too much and lose the power unit, though, right now. So, if he does get past us, then fair play. But you can see he's struggling off the turn. And let's push a little bit. See if we can just get Max Verstappen here. And Red Bull doesn't like it around Singapore. Likes it enough to block me, though, I'll tell you that one. And we're still, when we're passed into P4, we've got Alonso P8. So we've got to start thinking about strategy. Do we do a 3-3? Do we do a 4-2? I think a 4-2 might be easier for both drivers here. And why? Because, well, the gap. We're going to go back into that pack, which is closely knit. A lot of these are going to do 5 laps and do a 5-1. So we're going to have to try a little bit. Let's see if we can just get past Gasly. We are a quicker car than Gasly. Not at the minute, because we're stuck right up his gearbox, and now we're finally past. I think we'll definitely look at doing 4 laps here. I think that's going to get us out in that around P11, P12 spot, which I think will be pretty good. We're going to push Alonso, see if he can just close that gap a bit. Does nicely as well. And P3 it is. P3 and P8. P7 now, Alonso making a move. So we're going to go around one more time. One more time. And we've not got the biggest gap between the two drivers, I must say. But Alonso is going to be pretty quick at the end of this stint with his power unit stocked up to the max. Nearly. We're going to start to push a little bit though, because we can try and take one of these two in front as Tsunoda hits P2. Not going to have a lot of power unit left though, that's the problem, as Alonso takes on Alonso, who battles Alonso. F1 clash gone mad with all the Alonsos out here as Alonso makes a move, takes P6, and now we're in with Yuki from P2. It's going to be a nice easy pit stop, and it will bring us out in P5. And even better, we are out P4. We've got Alonso at the back of the Alpine in Ocon. Now hopefully we can just close this gap. Alonso's certainly trying to at the moment, with 35% power unit left. Still, gets blocked out big time, but keeps the gap and position. P12. Any more chances, and there's a chance, we're going to keep pushing because there is about to be some pit stops. You can see them coming in now. Hamilton coming out. Can we stretch? We can get him. It's not going to be a 47 race. That is for sure. But could be on for some decent enough points here. P1 is gone. The rival. With a fast car as well, remember, because of that team score matchup. So it looks like P4 is going to be the best that we can get around here. Rival's pushing as well. Let's just try and cement this position. We'll end up losing this to the rival who gets into P5. We should be able to keep P4 as Yuki Tsunoda does finish P2 with a very difficult race in the wet, like the first race, but we do a lot better this time. It's 44 points compared to the 40 that we scored in race number 1. So, let's have a look where that puts us. After 8 races, we've made an improvement. And we've put in probably one of our best ever scores, I think, 362. Looks like Muso's going to take P1 with an absolutely smashing round. So fair play to Muso. But let's focus on ourselves, because that is not a bad round at all. 4 lots of 47s and some disappointing drops also. But we move, and fingers crossed we can get some good rewards as well. So good luck if you haven't raced yet. Hopefully this video provides you some decent enough scores so you can take a look, and strategies as well. But let's see what happens in rewards, because you know what it's like. Hopefully we don't get more Oscars than Hollywood.